Hey, welcome back to another episode of Simple Truth Television. Today is May 15th, 2023. So, the NBA doing their rituals with black people around the same numbers, right? So, a lot of you asking me to cover this, and I don't know how many times I'm going to cover this stuff that goes on in the NBA. The NBA, they like to shame their players. We know this already. And they often use the same numbers, right? 42, 59, 76, the number 30. But in this case, they're coding the number 59 around the Morant suspension. And if you guys are not familiar with this story, back on March 16th, this headline broke that the NBA was suspending Morant for 8 games because of his conduct on social media where he displayed what appeared to be a weapon. And this was on March 16th. They suspended him for 8 games, right? Okay. Now, today they came out with another headline, and they're suspending him again for the same conduct. He supposedly flashed another weapon on an Instagram live video. This was the headline that came out yesterday on May 14th. Says that Grizzlies' Morant appears to flash gun on live stream, suspended from team activities. And what stands out about these two incidents is that they both happened. These two headlines came out 59 days apart. And we know how that number is used to shame black people, right? The word Negro, Rasta, slave, blues, they all equal 59. And in this case, so does the team this guy plays for, the Grizzlies. Grizzlies has gematria of 59. Right? So notice, from March 16th to May 14th, the dates of the two headlines, 59 days. And again, Grizzlies is 59. And so are these terms. Negro, Rasta, slave, jigaboo, blues, all equal 59. Think about how February, which is Black History Month, it typically ends on the 59th day of the year. But to add insult to injury, look at this. From his birthday, which was on August 10th, to this ritual on May 14th, 277 days, the 59th prime number. This is what they're doing. And if you guys are following me on Instagram, I cover this stuff all the time. Look at this game right here. It was game 6 of the Western Conference first round, Lakers versus Grizzlies. And notice the score at the halftime. It was 42-59. And we know Lakers is 42, Grizzlies is 59. The N-word is 42. Slavery is 42. The word slave is 59. They do this all the time. Even they did it recently with Bronny James, LeBron James's oldest son. Notice this highlight saying I think they projected him to get paid $5.9 million during his college career. 5.9. The same day this headline came out, the Lakers had 59 points at the half. This is what they do all the time, you guys. 59. Think about Jordan Neely, who is not a celebrity, but became a celebrity after he was killed by, I think the news was that he got choked to death by a undercover police officer or something like that. And the headlines, when they broke this news, they showed this photograph of him performing as Michael Jackson on 59th Street in Columbus Circle here in New York City. 59. And of course, the name Jordan Neely equals 123 and 51, and he was killed on the 123rd day of the year on the day of 51 numerology. But this photo is no accident. They chose this photo because of the number, the significance of the number. And there's a bunch of other examples. The other day I took a screenshot of the Celtics game. I think it was game 5. The Celtics and 76ers was playing, and in the late in the third quarter, notice it was the score. It was 76-59. The 76ers had 76 points. And what's interesting about this game, I think this is the game that the Celtics lost, and both Embiid and James Harden combined for 76 points, the two 76ers. And I cover all this stuff on my Instagram if you guys are not following me there. But the point I'm trying to make is how they use these numbers again and again. Look at this. On game 4, James Harden dropped 42 points. to lift the 76ers past the Celtics. Then what is 7 times 6? Isn't that 42? All these numbers are biblical, you guys, if you guys did not know that. 59, 76, those numbers are often talked about in the Bible. Again, another 56, 79. This was game 2. They did the same thing. Actually, no. This was game 2 of the first round when the Celtics defeated the Atlanta Hawks. Oh, what about the college championship? Let's see if I can go back to that. You guys remember the college championship? Let's look at this video right here. When the UConn beat the San Diego State, was this? Yeah, this was the championship. I want you guys to notice the final score of this game. Look at this. Watch the rest of this game, right? It's the highlights. Right. 59, 57, 69. Let's see. Okay. He scores another bucket. Got them to 71. And look, the final score of this game, 59-76, UConn wins. Cannot make this stuff up, you know. San Diego State loses 59-76. So 59 days after his first suspension, 277 days after his birthday, John Morant is suspended from activities in the NBA. And just think about, a lot of you say, oh, the NBA is not rigged. Only some games are rigged. Really? So how you explain that? You think it's a coincidence that in 2020, during the bubble, the same 4 teams that were in the conference championship are in the conference championship this year? And we can possibly see a Lakers-Celtics championship to see who wins the 18th NBA title? I mean, I shall see. I don't know yet who's gonna be in the NBA Finals. I thought it was gonna be the Phoenix Suns. I was wrong about that. I gotta look at all the possible narratives because there's a lot of stuff that could happen in these playoffs. Only 4 teams left, so it shouldn't be that difficult. But there's a lot of different narratives that can happen. It could easily be Nuggets, Celtics, the 2 best teams in the entire year. Nuggets could probably win. Celtics could probably win. The thing about the Celtics winning, remember last year they fell to 17-5 in finals against Golden State. Golden State goes 175. If they go this year and win, they'll be 18-5, but that's a big basketball number. And remember, Catholicism and mathematics are also 185. Basketball is also 185. So they could win the NBA Finals and become 18-5 in finals. So that's a possible narrative. LeBron can become 5-6. We know how big 56 is. So there's a lot of things that I gotta really, really, take my time and see what makes the most sense. I'm really surprised the Phoenix Suns didn't go though. The way the finals lined up with Kevin Durant. But I see what they did. They're the same 4 teams from the bubble. And then, the Lakers did win that year, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to win this year. That was the year that Kobe Bryant died. Of course, they won on Father-Daughter Day. And I like what the NBA is doing. They have this commercial of Magic Johnson and Larry Bird to try to throw us off, making it seem like it's going to be Lakers Celtics. That doesn't, you guys cannot be falling for that. It's the oldest trick in the book. That's what the media always does. They know there's a community out there of decoders. So, of course, they're going to put out commercials like that so you guys can fall for it. Got to look at the numbers, look at the possible narratives, see what's going on in the headlines. And make your determination with that. Don't focus on what the commercials are doing. What else? Most of the thing is I don't make videos anymore because I just find it much easier. A lot of my people are on Instagram anyway, so I find it much easier to go on my phone and just show the ritual right there. Because I feel like when I make a video, it's always the same people watching my stuff anyway. So This work is not really spreading on YouTube. The YouTube censorship is through the roof. Every time I put out a video, it either gets a strike or it's like it starts buffering. People can't really watch it thoroughly. The things that I say get skipped when I watch the replay. So, YouTube is just a bad platform. I'm not going to be able to, this work is not going to get as far as we want it to go on YouTube. They found so many ways to really mess with our content. So I say, you know what? Since the same people are watching my stuff, I'd rather just go on Instagram, do a quick decode and let them see it that way. Because what's the point of me putting it down? I'm putting together a presentation that's 30 minutes long. The same people watch it. The work is not spreading because the same people who are watching it are not sharing the videos. And even when they do share it gets censored. It gets tampered with. It gets flagged for whatever reason, for medical misinformation, even though we're talking about John Morant and a gun. They might, flag this video for medical misinformation for some reason. A lot of you asking me to cover the Jamie Foxx stuff. Like I said, in Instagram. I put out the decode. I give the explanation in the caption. It's just way faster for me. The first headline about Jamie Foxx was that they came out with a quote, say, pray for Jamie. And then recently they said that he was recuperating. And notice the recuperating, which they emphasized in the headline, and the phrase, pray for Jamie, they both have the same gematria in all four of the base ciphers. And then, of course, they got that magical number, 187, the number that connects to the Society of Jesus. And then his daughter said that he was playing pickleball, which also has gematria of 187. And who plays pickleball? The fuck is that? This really caught my eye. They said that LeBron now has 41 playoff series wins. He could win the NBA title against the Heat and get to 43. Miami Heat was 43. He could go to the NBA Finals and get his 42nd against the Denver Nuggets. There's a lot of narratives, man. He could just end his career with 43. That's a big number with the Heat, the team that he used to play for. I found this interesting. You guys remember when I made that video about what's this guy's name? The guy from the Bronx. He used to kill a lot. Shot off the cops. Larry Davis. I made a video about Larry Davis showing the Big 42 ritual with him and showing how he was all of act. A lot of people thought that he was a real gangster, but he wasn't. What about this guy right here? You guys ever heard of Wayne Perry from Washington, D.C.? Infamous drug dealer, killer. Look at his name. His name was Wayne Silk Perry. Name equals 201 and 177. So that makes me think, like, is the Jesuit order hiring gangsters to commit crimes and eventually put them in the news and then lock them up? And what made me look into this guy is I was watching his documentary, and then I came across a photograph of him, and he was doing the Masonic pyramid. Like, look at this. Look at his pose. We know what that is, right? The pyramid. I'm like, why is he doing that? I thought this guy was a street dude who just shot people for a living. But no, I looked up his name. His name has that magical number, 201 and 177, like the Jesuit order. So I'm like, man, is the Jesuit order that bold to put out criminals to kill regular people? That's what I'm saying. These people, they got to get stopped, man. These people they're getting away with a lot of stuff that, for some reason, people want to debate, like act like it's not happening. With all the examples that we showed every day. You trying to tell me John Morant is doing this on purpose? Why would he want to do that on purpose? Why would he want to get shamed on purpose? I don't know, maybe 150 million will make him do it. Yeah, but I'm gonna do some more research on Wayne Perry. There's a lot of articles on this guy. See if I find some more stuff on him. Because this shows what the Jesuit order are capable of. Because they according to the documentary that I was watching, they said that this guy killed over 50 people. And people were the people who they was interviewing are regular people in the street who said that they witnessed some of the murders this guy committed. So I'm like, man, is that what the Judge Order is doing? They're creating gangsters to commit actual crimes. Or maybe it's a coincidence. The guy's name is 201 and 177. Maybe. And why would we put that past them when they're doing stuff like this? I'm pretty sure this Michael Jackson act. Oh, I mean, this Michael Jackson performer, or I don't know what you call him. This was no accident. This is a ritual. This guy participated in this ritual willingly and knowingly. So if they did it with Jordan Neely, why wouldn't they do it with these other famous gangsters in history? And this goes to show you guys a lot of you think that because you're not a celebrity and because you're not, associated with celebrities, that this doesn't impact you. You guys are wrong about that. This guy used to kill regular people in Washington, D.C., supposedly, according to the witness testimony in that documentary. So, yeah, look out for this. If I find anything else on this guy, Mr. 201, I'll definitely give you guys an update. And there's a lot of other gangsters out there that I'm going to go back and research. Like, you guys ever heard of this guy? Rayful Edmond? Supposedly sold a whole bunch of drugs. He's 58. Big crack cocaine dealer from Washington, D.C. Also, this guy right here, Rick Ross, the drug dealer, not the rapper. Freeway Rick Ross. I just feel like all these guys are agents, man. Why would they be making drug dealers famous? Why would they be making movies about these drug dealers who terrorize their neighborhoods? These people don't do that. He has that January 26th birthday. Freeway Rick Ross. You see, Kobe died on his 60th birthday. Yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a video together of all these people, right? Freeway Rick Ross, Rayful Edmond, Wayne Perry. I already spoke about Larry Davis. Larry Hoover. I know you guys heard of Larry Hoover. This guy as well. Gangster Disciples. He's 72. Maybe when he turns 74, you might see him in the headlines. Because Gangster Disciples, he was like the founder of that gang. GD. G is the seventh letter. D is the fourth. 7-4. He's 72 right now. He's turning 73 this year. So next year we might see this guy in the headline. And Frank Lucas was definitely, I think the day he died, he was a ritual. So that's all I'm saying. If they did it with Frank Lucas, let me see if I got something written up on Frank Lucas. So he died at the age of 88 on May 30th, 2019. He died on the day with 74 numerology. And there's American Gangsters 74. That was the title of the movie that they made in tribute to him. He died 263 days after his birthday. The 56 prime number. The name Lucas 56. Society of Jesus 56. The name Lucas is also 79 like Society of Jesus. And he died 154 days after Denzel's birthday, the ritual sacrifice number. He died at the age of 88. I think Poison is 88. I know. Notice they emphasized American Gangster in the headlines, right? He died on a 74-day numerology. This is what I mean. They're not gonna make movies about actual gangsters, man. They make movies about agents. All right. So those of you that wanted to know about Ja Morant, there you go. Another 59 ritual. And, you know, the NBA playoffs and the NBA finals, I'm only putting that content on Patreon. And look out for this video that I'm going to put together. Wayne Perry, Ray Fueman, etc. Thank you guys for your support. You know, share the videos. Like the video, please, because otherwise we're just going to be teaching each other. No, none of this stuff is going to spread, you know. It's not that hard to share the video. Even if you don't like me, just share it because you're helping somebody. Obviously, you like me if you're watching this for 30 minutes. You must be into, you know, you must find my videos a little bit attractive. If you're standing here for 30 minutes watching the video. I have like 3,000 views and then 100 likes. I'm like, damn, all the 3,000 people didn't like what I said in that video, but they watched the whole thing. Anyways, you guys enjoy the rest of your week, and thank you for watching. Peace.